Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Happy birthday to Herbal Marie. Happy birthday to Herbal Marie. Happy birthday to Herbal Marie. Today you're actually 1 year old. So Herbal Marie, the podcast that I run, on the occasion at herbalmarie.com, is officially 1 year old. August 13th is its birthday. And so that means I have a Leo podcast. So I've teamed up with myself and helped out with a giveaway on the Herbal Marie Instagram page. So if you have a minute, check it out. I donated, as if I am another person, I donated an oracle deck and an ebook, and then Herbal Marie, she threw in the cloth napkins that she made herself, good job, and gardening gloves and cilantro seeds and a sticker that says feel better and be well. So there's probably not going to be a whole lot of people that enter, so you probably have a really good chance of winning. So find that at herbalmarie.com. No, not herbalmarie.com. The Instagram page, Herbal Marie. It is really early. It's not early. I just lied to you. It's not early at all, but it feels early to me because I couldn't sleep last night. So yeah, I don't know if I had just had too much energy going on, but I don't really know if that was it or not, because I fell asleep and then woke up and then doze off again and then wake up. There was a little bit of anxiety in the air or something. I don't know, but I don't know what it was exactly, but it kept waking me up, and I finally got to sleep. And then I have this internal alarm clock now that just wakes me up to be let the chickens out. So I'm really glad, because I hate it whenever I used to sleep in till 9 o'clock and realize that I could have got the chickens out of their coop 2 hours ago. That made me feel like a loser. It really did. A very neglectful chicken mom. And I do love my chickens. So I want to get them out so they can get out of the coop. And right now they're not getting very much sunshine because the Jerusalem artichokes and the Egyptian mint and the raspberries and the lamb's quarter have completely surrounded their fence or cage, their cage, their prison, the prison that they live in. It's completely higher than the 8-foot cage or something. It's really impressive. But anyways, my chickens live in prison because my dogs will kill them. I almost said my goats will kill them, because I was looking down at my notes from yesterday. Yeah, they got to watch out for the divine goats. I mean, my dogs. So yesterday we talked about goats with the law of group progress, the law of elevation, because it was talking about a goat on a mountain, symbolizing all hard places can be surmounted and the summit can be reached with group effort. So yeah, we were talking about goats yesterday. I don't know what we're going to talk about today, but I think it's going to be good because it's number 38, the law of healing. So we're going to talk about the law of healing today. I'll probably be where the heck was this a week ago? But we are still healing up in this house with a few conditions that my kids have manifested. One is a yeast overgrowth, which the face looks better, but now that we know how in depth it is, the healing must continue, because you don't just want to get the symptoms to go away. You want to heal the body on a deeper level. So we are eating garlic. They don't know it, but they're going to drink celery juice today. Because then my son has like a ton of mucus every day. So I need to really look into that more and see what is going on within his body. So anyways, we're going to do law number 38, the law of healing. And then it's Tuesday, and I have remembered that it's Tuesday. So we'll pull some tarot, some herbal tarot. Tarot Tuesday tarot. I don't know if I honored this last week. Tuesday may have come and went last week, but if I remember that it is a Tuesday, then I feel like we'll pull some tarot cards. And then I don't know what I'm going to do all day if I'm going to do a podcast for Herbal Marie. I feel like I should at least get on there and sing my podcast, happy birthday. Maybe I might have to. But we'll see. But there's also a real good chance that I might go back to bed and then, for the love of God, finish up the Lemon Balm podcast. I don't know what the hell has been the holdup, but whew, wow. And then yesterday I was on the porch and I was checking into my Facebook, and there was someone who was asking about anxiety, what she could do for her anxiety. So I linked to the podcast that I did last October on Herbal Marie, You Can Heal Anxiety. And I started previewing it because I hadn't listened to it in a real long time. And I was like, wow, who is this lady? I was very confident back in October of last year. And it was interesting for me to listen back to myself as I think about making more podcasts, more healing podcast. I don't know if I'll have the same voice this October as I had last October, but it was fun to listen back to some of it, and I hope it helps her. So anyways, let's drink our dandelion tea. Yeah, I'm drinking it again. I need to. It's good for me. Let's drink our dandelion tea. Let's talk about the law of healing, and let's see what Tarot Tuesday has to offer us. We'll just pull a few cards, just a couple. So the ebook that I donated to myself for Herbal Marie's giveaway is called 16 Ways to Maintain Your Vibration. Yeah, 16 ways to maintain your vibration. And it's good. It's cute. It's just, it's a nice reminder. You could read it probably in 10 or 12 minutes, It's just kind of an extended list of different things that you can do that once you start feeling good in your life, that you can do every day to maintain your good feeling, energy, your vibration, your frequency, whatever you want to call it. So that is available to download for free on the Herbal Marie Patreon page. It's worth a read, and I'm saying that to myself too. It's worth I wrote it, but I could definitely reread it regular, because sometimes you just forget. You're like, oh yeah, make sure I set my intentions for the day. So what are our intentions for today? Well, I would say mine are to be as positive as I can be, right? Maybe a little more focused. I pulled the lemon card last night for myself, and it really was let's cleanse, let's clear, let's focus. You've been distracted. I'm like, I know. I know it. So, and I did have fun yesterday putting together the giveaway. I made a vlog for my YouTube channel while I was doing that. Sadie Marie Cherico is where you can find me on YouTube. And so that was good. And the song that I used in the video is still stuck in my head. So it's a good one. All right, are we ready? Did you get some tea? What are you drinking? I just back on the roasted dandelion root because it's so close to coffee. I wish I had something a little bit more coffee-ish. Maybe actually coffee. Oh, I'm just so stubborn when it comes to my discipline, which is good because that means that I will do all 105 of these universal laws. because I said I would. So yeah, stubbornness can be an asset if you know how to use it. So thank you, Taurus energy, for, I guess, giving me that stubborn, determined thing I got going on. So we are on number 38, the law of healing. And this law concerns the ability of one to channel energy, prana, chi, Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. It concerns the ability to to channel energy which radiates from the source we call God. The purpose of this channeled energy is to either improve self or another by removing blockages or instilling the sacred energy which pulsates from the source of God. With intent or technique, we may send this energy to the past, present, or future. Hands-on healers who are effective in healing have brain waves at 7.8 hertz, the same as the Earth's pulse beat. Their brain waves are in sync with the Earth's at this time the healing is performed. Another aspect of this law is the ability of one in third dimension to heal self by that which triggers a leap in faith. Okay, that's it. That's number 38, the law of healing. So it's talking about the ability of us to channel energy. That is the law of healing. So as we channel chi, as we channel prana, as we channel the Holy Spirit, okay, this energy comes from source. We call it God, source, all that is, creator, great spirit, mother, father, God, God is God. Like, those are just human names for Holy Spirit, for source, for the energy of everything. So our ability to channel this energy, of course, it will improve our own health. It can remove blockages in ourselves and other people. It can instill sacred energy in ourselves and others. So this energy pulsates out from source, and then with our intent, we can send it to the past, we can send it to the present, we can send it to the future. So our intentions, that's so funny that I was just talking about intentions. Our intentions are powerful. Our intentions, they're not just something that we're doing to talk ourselves up so we can survive our day. We really can focus and direct and channel energy. If you ever even just take a basic Reiki introduction, one of the first things you learn to do is to put your own hands on your own body and bring in that Reiki, Holy Spirit, chi, prana energy, right? You put it into your own body. You channel it in and you flow it through your own self. As a mom, I remember, a new mom, go back 17 years. As a new mom, when your baby wasn't feeling good, you just naturally put your hands over it, on it, hovered on it, you sent your love, right? Mothers are if your child's not feeling well, you might literally just be naturally called to put your hands over your child and send love, send healing, send a prayer. That's intent. Prayer is intent, right? So it could literally just say, with prayer, you can send this energy to present, past, or future, right? With intent or technique. So it doesn't have to be a certain way, just however it is that you can focus your energy, you can send it out. You can heal all your past selves. You can heal all your past experiences. You can send healing energy to a certain time or situation, you can just bring in that energy right now, or you can project the energy to the future with your intent. So good to remember that you are powerful, and that this is something you can practice and that you can do on a daily basis. So I think that was interesting. It said hands-on healers who are effective in healing have brainwaves at 7.8 hertz. How do I get checked for that? Who's got the brainwave machine? Hook me up. So that 7.8 hertz is the same as the Earth's pulse beat. And when you get your brain waves in sync with the Earth's, like that is healing, right? So the Earth is naturally healing. And we had a big invitation just yesterday to go outside and connect with nature and connect with the trees. And I did that. I even did that in my vlog, my YouTube vlog that I did. I stood by the pear tree that has broken off, and it's like I wanted to connect with that tree specifically, and then ground my energy into the soil by that tree. And as I was grounding my energy, I was bringing up the strength of Gaia into my body. So nature, the earth, is healing. That's why we need to get out into it as much as possible. That's why we all need chickens, because they get you up and out before you ever would have thought to do it on your own accord. I'm serious. Like, the chickens are big time motivators to get you up and out. And like, I walked back to the chicken coop, I let them out. I was literally half asleep, And then, like, I see that they need food. I forgot to bring the food because I wasn't sure how much they had left over, and I like them to eat it all before they get more so they don't waste that expensive stuff. And so then I had to walk back again and get them food. And, it was like, thank you. I'm glad I forgot, because now I could maybe wake up enough to do a podcast. So the last part of the law of healing said, another aspect of this law is the ability of one in third dimension, that's us, to heal self by that which triggers a leap in faith. So becoming more spiritual is healing. Lining up with, for example, like A Course in Miracles, understanding that you are not a body, that creates a more spiritual essence within you, that creates more faith. And as this is saying, that can trigger a leap in faith, and bam, spontaneous healing. So how do you explain that spontaneous healing? It's the innate. It is us just having, faith in something more. It is us talking to our bodies. It is definitely us talking to our bodies and having a conversation with our smart body, our spiritual body, as Cryon would put it. So anyways, that's the law of healing. Put it into action and get into nature, nurture yours, and send out that energy to others, to yourself, to the earth, to humanity, to your family, to your friends, to your community, and also bring it into yourself as well, and really get that good energy flowing. There are several free, or donation-based Learn Reiki or Celestine Reiki sites on the internet. Something to look into. Even if you're not going to become a Reiki practitioner, do a basic course or basic self-study in Reiki, just so you can nurture and grow this ability within yourself to heal your own body and your family. And it feels good to bring in the energy, and big time intent going on in Reiki land for sure. That makes me want to get out. I downloaded some ebooks on my laptop and just refresh and get inspired again, because it is our belief and our faith that really is the golden ticket when it comes to healing yourself and others. All right, let's pull some tarot cards. Someday, when I have my desk completely cleaned off, we'll have to do like a Celtic cross or a big spread, something official. But today we'll just pull a few cards from the Herbal Tarot. Talking about healing. I mean, this deck is 100% healing. I'm excited to do another podcast, the next one, as over on Herbal Marie. Happy birthday, Herbal Marie. Are you 1? Are you 1 year old today? Oh my God. Wow. It's so good to stick with goals, isn't it? Isn't it? All right, the first card is mullen reversed, 4 of Swords. As I'm saying, it's so good to stick with goals, isn't it? I get a very tired man laying under the mullen, holding 1 sword with 3 swords hovering above him. Ooh, isn't it? Isn't it so good to stick with things that maybe have caused you distress? I don't know, not according to mullen here. Mullen's like, take a break, take a breather. I always think about how it's like, you know, we've got, even if we're holding on to just 1 sword in our life, 1 sword of defense or judgment or attack, even if we're resting, we still have, if we're holding on to 1 sword, we've got at least 3 pointing back at us. That's just like whenever you point a finger at somebody, you've got 3 other fingers pointing back at you. So I don't really know if this is the message of this card for the 4 of Swords, but that's always what I see when I see this card. You know, like point your finger out in judgment to somebody. Look how many fingers you have pointing back at you. You've got 3. It depends on what your thumb's doing. Your thumb's just probably like pointing at the ceiling or off to the side. I don't know. The thumb doesn't know what the hell it's supposed to be doing here. But it's like when you got your finger pointing out at somebody, like you are da 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 da. Look, you got 3 more pointing back at yourself. So our condemnation, our judgment that we put out gets returned, multiplied back at us. That's why it doesn't feel good. That's why it really doesn't add to your life at all. And all right, let's see what's on the bottom. We've got ginseng on the bottom, which is the Fool. So it's like, take a rest and then get foolish again and keep on your journey, and keep going, right? You made it a year on the podcast. Good job, Sade. Good job. Now just keep going. Just pick up. Like, okay, great. You've passed a threshold. Now let's keep on with the journey with a new sense. A new renewal, a new sense. A new, like, okay, here we go. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna get nerdy with it. Na 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 na. Like, you just pick up where the hell you left off, but in like a newer, fresher sense. Like, as I was thinking about who I had been, okay, don't even try to keep vibrationally in check or consistent with who you have been, because you're not that person anymore. So it's like, yeah, the podcast might take a new tone. I might sing a new tune, you know. It's like, it's a new journey. It's a new adventure. Every day is a new adventure. So keep on going. So far we have mullen and then ginseng. 2 of the herbs that I would actually love to have in my life right now. Mullen, because it's delicious. I'm just all about drinking tea. Okay, the bottom card is in my hand, but I can't see it yet. It slipped off. And then ginseng for vitality. Just the ability to keep on doing all my projects that I love so much. Of course, just doing things that you love so much brings in life force energy, brings in the chi, brings in the prana, brings in the great spirit. When you're following your passions, when you're following your dreams, you get up every day and do it. Right? You can stay up late and it enlivens you. I mean, of course, you do need to rest. You're going to, like, Mullen's like, yeah, but we are going to take a nap, right? We are going to take a nap, right? Yes, we are going to rest. But it's these beautiful projects that we're passionate about, which just keep us fueled. Okay, so the one card that's in my hand is upside down. It's Bayberry Bark, and it's the 9 of Wands. And he's resting too, but he's built himself a wall. So we're going to have to look into this. We are going to have to look into this for sure. He looks content, but you know, it's like, why did you build a wall of wands? He's under a tree, though. I do like that. He's under the bayberry tree. And, you know, so he's pretty grounded. We'll see what that's all about. Let's see what that's all about. And on the top, since we did it kind of different, we have the wild yam with the 10 of Pentacles. So wild yam is a very feminine energy, I feel like, with the 10 of Pentacles. We've got a lot of abundance going on in this card. And yeah, let's see. Where do we want to put her? We'll put it right there. Okay, it's looking like the spread that we did yesterday. Before we go any farther, I'm going to put the deck down and just see what the hell Bayberry Bark with the 9 of Wands. So we have the 9 of Wands, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, if you hear knocking in the background, that's my rabbits banging their cage downstairs, just for the hell of it. All right, so 9 of Wands is Bayberry Bark. It's Moon in Sagittarius. The warrior, it's a warrior, sits beneath the tree, staff in hand, while 8 other staffs present a barrier of opposition in the not too distant horizon. Ooh. Unable to vanquish his foes, he remains unvanquished. Okay, now's the point where we look up that word and see what vanquished means. Thus, the card signifies a formidable opposition or condition presenting itself in your life. Watchfulness is of the utmost importance as you avail yourself of the opportunity to gather your reserves and prepare for an impending confrontation. Hey, I just was telling us not to attack. But this is saying, like, get your energy up. Which also is probably what Mullen is saying, too, as he's taking a nap. Let's get our energy up. The Fool is above it. We're about ready to go on another journey. This card also serves as a reminder that more often than not, pay attention to this, we are our own worst enemy. Yeah, this is true. The nature of any confrontation may challenge and distract us from knowledge of self, yet the experience can help us to see the mirror of ourselves through the situation at hand. So yeah, whatever is happening in your life, allow it to be a mirror for yourself. And you can experience more of who you are and decide who you want to be. So success in dealing with such experiences, therefore, is to seek a greater knowledge of self. Strength is found when one takes the opportunity to reflect on the inner state which predisposed one to the present conflict. So what that means is, whatever the hell is going on in your life, go inside right now and reflect, contemplate, investigate yourself, and be like, what was it about me that predisposed me to this conflict, to this situation, to this argument, to this whatever? Like, there's something inside of me that made me a vibrational match to it. What is it? What is it? So this card may also represent a time of feeling most whole, balanced, and grounded, which, yeah, I did pick up that energy from him sitting there. He wasn't in distress or anything like that. He was balanced, grounded, and whole. Due to the place of inner power cultivated within, there may be a feeling of great inner strength and an ability to see a conflict for what it is and not feel unduly threatened by it. So yeah, step out and above the bullshit and kind of understand how it manifested. And you don't have to get all emotionally charged in it. You don't want to keep perpetuating it. It's good to be observant and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I see this happening again. And I understand how I added to it. But I'm just, going to let it fizzle out here. So Bayberry will definitely help strengthen and coalesce reserves in the face of adversity and opposition. So areas of inner conflict and self-invalidation will be made more visible, and the energy of attracting conflict toward the self will be lessened. So as you learn more about what's going on within yourself, as you get these spiritual practices under your belt, so to speak, you'll attract less conflict. You will, but you gotta quit pointing your finger and judging everybody else. So Bayberry is warming, stimulating, drying. Hey, it can inhibit or slow all abnormal discharges, including abnormal mucus. So there we go. I was just talking about my son having all that mucus. I should look into Bayberry bark. I don't know this tree personally, so I don't know if it grows around here, but I will have to look into it. It makes an excellent tooth powder for whitening and tightening the teeth and treating gingivitis or gum inflammation. So it's good for excessive menstrual bleeding. It's good for treatment of colds and cough. But yeah, if there is clear or whitish phlegm. Okay, thank you, Bayberry, for coming through, because I was really starting to wonder what new herb I could try for my son. And here you go. There you are. I appreciate this. That's what I'm saying. This deck is amazing. It really, really is. So Bayberry wants us to feel inner balance and groundedness. And if there is opposition in our life, that we should face it with peace and understanding. So face all your oppositions today with peace and understanding. And that means for you to stay balanced and grounded and do not engage. Stay strong in that peaceful, understanding, balanced, and grounded space. Yeah, just embrace that feeling of wholeness. Oh, I like it so much. Okay, so Bayberry, good advice. Let's see what mullen is, since they were both reversed. And let's see, what's mullen? The Four of Swords. I should know this because we just got it not too long ago. But mullen, the affirmation for mullen was all about, I give myself the time to rest and recuperate, and I am open to the guidance that comes towards me. This is also a medicinal herb for coughs and phlegm and all that. So I need to get some more mullen. We used to drink that more. I need to find it. It's bullshit that I keep only seeing it along the road where I don't want to pick it from the road. I really do not. So I need to find it. But spiritually, yeah, it's like take a breather, especially if you've had a lot of disharmony or restlessness or excessive thinking. You need to sit down, lay down your sword, and have a breather. It's time to be calm, to rest, to recuperate, to regain your inner strength, to reorganize your thoughts and make new plans. So it's, just everybody fall back, y'all. In your life, fall back. Go take a nap, go meditate, go reflect, go get calm, go get balanced. And it's just really time to regroup and rest. And then we're going to have more strength and clarity as we go on our little journey here with the Fool, with ginseng. And isn't that fun, right? We want to connect into that energy that knows no limit, our inner Fool. It's adventurous, it's boundless, it's immortal. And yeah, we need to feel that in our life. We need to follow our own path. We need to trust our inner guidance. We need to have this enthusiasm for life. We need to see life through the eyes of a child. It's okay to be foolish. It's quite all right to live in the moment. And it's absolutely okay to take chances. So yeah, but the best way to do that is when you're completely supported from within. So yeah, let's get the energy summoned and keep on trucking. 10 of Pentacles is the last one that we pulled, although I might pull 2 more. We'll see. The 10 of Pentacles is all about sharing talents and skills with the community, alignment of one's will with spirit, prosperity, and consciousness of the resources available. So Wild Yam also wants us to loosen up on possessions, like the material. But she also wants us to acknowledge one's values. So yeah, I feel the abundance of my life and I fully embrace it. Yeah, so Wild Yam wants us to share our gifts. Let's see. Let me read this one. The 10 of Pentacles climbing up the card indicate the multitude of inner virtues, values, skills, talents, established conditions, inheritance, or material possessions that have accumulated and are available for use. Well, all my possessions are mostly internal, I think, at this point. Except for my oracle cards, I don't own too much anymore. There is a sense of consolidation of past experiences and an opening for new opportunities from this foundation. There is a house in the background of this card, and this is reversed, y'all. There is a house in the background which indicates stability, solidity, belonging, and comfort. So when you have talents or wealth of inner values and virtues, it's important to share and utilize these tools in some form of service to the community around you. So it would be silly of me to just pull these cards and not share them with you. It really would be. That's why I'm constantly inspired to run at the mouth, because there's someone out there that I can hang with, uplift, co-create with, generate more good in the world with, you know? So yeah, it's like you got to be willing to show the world your talents, whatever they are. And you can be assured that there will be a return flow. Now, if you have accumulated wealth in one form or another, it's important to not become fearful of losing it all. Don't get hoardy, don't get stingy, don't get fearful. Another thing is one can get caught in boredom or apathy because one sees that goals have been accomplished. So yeah, that's why the Fool is right to the left of it up at the top saying, well, if you're bored, if you feel like you've been there, done that, and you've accomplished everything you wanted to, then go set out on a new adventure and create some more goals for yourself. Create something new. Let's see. One is never limited by talents. You're only ever limited by judgments. So if you're feeling a block of energy in your life, if you're feeling like you don't have good flow, it's your judgments that are tripping you up and pinching you off. So work at creating and using the gifts that you were born with, okay, or that have been bestowed upon you on this journey. Because, yeah, it's really interesting. So this wild yam root, it draws into itself concentrated energy from very deep in the earth, right? That 7.8 hertz energy, it's in it. It will reveal accumulated energy and power. Through its releasing action, it will encourage the use of talents, gifts, and possessions for the greatest good. And if you are fearful of losing your possessions, wild yam will help gently release this inhibition and allow new creative energies to flow. Ooh, that's really good. So thank you, wild yam, bayberry bark, ginseng, and mullen. I love this. So yeah, let's feel the abundance of our lives and embrace it fully. And the thing is, you really know that you're abundant when you give it out, when you share it with others. Then you really own something. If you have created something, you really own it when you're in that position to give it away and share it. Like, this is my song, I will sing it for you, you know, that kind of energy. Then you really put your energetic on it. All right, so we have, this is kind of reversed. It came out reverse. It's horsetail. It is horsetail with 5 of cups. All right, so here we go. I just gave us all that good advice, but yet we're still looking at what we don't have. Like, that's how quick lack mentality jumped in here. Lack consciousness, our fear of lack, of not having enough. It jumped in that freaking quick with the 5 of cups. Like, even though we still have 3 cups standing, we're upset about the 2 cups that are spilled and gone. So let's see what horsetail has to say. And then we'll do the one on the top too. And we're going to end with my boy Alfalfa. What's up, King of Pentacles? How you doing? So that will be our final card there. And it's like we have to stop allowing ourselves to be, I'm just seeing the rug pulled out from under us with our own self-limiting beliefs, our own ideas of lack, of not having enough, of being in fear. Like, it just holds us back so much from creating in our life, from being the king that we can be. So I'm so glad this ended with a king. That makes me feel good. That really does. But I mean, don't be blind. You got the 5 of cups reversed. I mean, that's just like calling you out on your lack mentality. It's like you are focusing on the negative. It's like every day we come in here and we remind you to be grateful, and we remind you to appreciate and be blessed and feel blessed for what you have, but yet still you're upset about those expensive gummy bunnies that you bought at Old Navy a month ago. Like, why don't you be excited about the money that you just got from your patrons, which, thank you, patrons of Herbal Marie. You allowed me to buy vitamin C for my daughter who desperately needed it that week. Like, thank you so much. Like, I had no money and I knew I needed to dose her up with vitamin C, like mega doses. And that stuff is not cheap. So yeah, that's what I spent. My podcast made some money, and I bought my kid some vitamin C. Yep, that's how quick it went. So, but that's what the 5 of Cups reversed is saying to me. Like, why are you focused on how quick it went? You should just be feeling so well taken care of. So yeah, it's a gloomy day. It's a cloudy day. There's a man that is sitting there by the horsetail, crying over spilt milk or the things that he has lost from his life. Right? We can lose lots in our life. It could be a divorce. It could just be money. It could be separation from a loved one. You're just generally depressed about everything. Under circumstances of grieving, it may not occur to him to focus on assets. Like, he's got 3 cups standing. But all he can do is grieve the 2 cups that are spilt over. So it's a reminder to us against overindulgence and negative thoughts and feelings. It says we are midway on the 10-fold path of cups, and changes are flowing our way. Perhaps this card indicates the need to reevaluate one's life and perhaps restructure priorities. If this is achieved, then there are possibilities to begin a new unfoldment into a more positive direction. So the horsetail could help clear out fiery emotions that are suppressed by feelings of loss or depression. Another message of clarity of vision. It could help with that. It says hidden survival instincts will be stimulated and grief will be alleviated. So horsetail helps remove excess water. It's a diuretic. It purifies the blood. And it's good for urinary stones, kidney afflictions, blood in the urine, stuff like that. And it can be used as a remedy for nighttime urination, which that also was keeping me up last night. But that is because I was so thirsty. Like, I don't know what spiritually was going on with me last night, but I drank like a quart of water. And then, of course, I had to get up and relieve some of it. It's good for a lot of things. And yeah, it's interesting that spiritually it can give one clarity of vision, because physically it can also be used as an eye wash for any type of eye condition, pink eye, pain, redness, cloudy, blurred vision, or excessive tearing. Horsetail is a good wash to use in your eyes. So this is a message for us to focus on the gifts that remain rather than what has been lost. And we need to see the brighter side. So keep working on your positivity. Keep working on maintaining your vibration. Go download your free ebook, 16 Ways to Maintain Your Vibration. And for me, I'm going to go read it 100 more times so we can keep on seeing the bright side. And say, from my losses, I gain the experience to create a brighter tomorrow. So even though it's no fun to feel like we've lost something, it really does. We can use it as, it adds to our perspective, and we can still create a better tomorrow, which is hard to see when we're in that grief, in that depression, in that clouded focus, right? All we can see is what has went wrong. But if we can step out of it, we can create a better tomorrow. And that's how we end with alfalfa, with the King of Pentacles, with the fire of earth, right? We're getting back to the earth. That's what the king says. I work with the earth and all her gifts to see more clearly the manifestation of my spiritual self. And I mean, that's the remedy to the 5 of Cups too. Like, if you could just get more spiritual, you would not be so worried about these physical losses, like in our life. Like even the loss of people. Oh, we don't want to, we're just so grief-stricken when that happens, or even at the thought of that happening. But that can be remedied as well with getting more spiritual and understanding that we are all eternal beings and they are not lost. You did not lose them. They are still very much existing and with you and present. It's just that you can't see them right now. So bringing in that clear sight, being able to see more clearly, that is also what the King of Pentacles is about. He's sitting on a rock. He's looking straight into our eyes. Okay, he's looking directly at us. He's wearing a red robe, which indicates his ability to confront and deal directly with the needs and requirements of living on the earth. Right? He knows how to do what he needs to do. Patience, willpower, and understanding of how the world works are his talents. He knows the body is a temple for spirit and sees the material world as the stage for spiritual growth. He works to achieve stability in his finances, his health, his emotions, and in his home. He is goal-oriented and he reaches for heights of success. So, of course, we have to watch out, just like the king needs to watch out that he doesn't get so fixed on his goals, achievement, and the rewards that he forgets the spiritual, that he forgets the spirit behind the material manifestations. Because, yeah, we can get too stubborn, selfish. We can get resistant to change. And if we get overly focused on material security, if we get overly focused that we have to have money in the bank for the future, girl, you might as well spend it now. I mean, live your life now. But yeah, we get too caught up in the material game. So alfalfa helps us assimilate nutrients and material treasures. It helps us discover that which is of true worth and value. And it helps to remove anxieties about money. So we probably all need to get some alfalfa tea in us so that we can remove these fears and anxiety about money, and that we can also help see our talents and our worldly accomplishments and see them as tools for our spiritual reflections rather than as reasons to become more fixed and rigid. So I love alfalfa for all its protein, calcium, and all the nutrients. Okay, I love it for reducing fevers and joint inflammation. It's a blood purifier. It's a good remedy for arthritis, anemia. It's got all these minerals, all these vitamins. It's very high in chlorophyll. It's basically a vitamin supplement from the plant kingdom. So I love that. But I also love that it helps us. So it helps us in our life, in our bodies, in the world. And then spiritually, it's going to help us discover our inner talents and our inner values that are truly worthy. It really is. So the key words that we're ending on is mastery of the workings of the world. It is all about goals and achievement and management of finances and values. But this is definitely about being grounded and responsible for one's earthly existence and waking up and seeing that this earth is the playground, is the forum, is the classroom, is the playing field for spiritual growth, not just material growth. If you only focus on that outward stuff, at the end of your life, you're going to be very disappointed that you didn't nurture and grow your spiritual existence. So let us be reminded that, yeah, we have to function in this world. We got to have enough money to pay our rent and buy vitamin C for the kids. But let's really focus on our spiritual growth. And if there is a resistance to change, let's clear that. If we do have worries about money and security, let's resolve that. And if we have stubbornness in our life, let's get that out of the way so it quits holding us up from being grateful, from taking that new journey, right? We need to be replenished. And it's that stubbornness that just sucks out the life force. And we're trying to bring in more healing energy today, more creative energy. So we want to remove the stubbornness. So the affirmation is, I work with the earth and all her gifts to see more clearly the manifestation of my spiritual self. I work with the earth and all her gifts to see more clearly the manifestation of my spiritual self. And if you don't have access to alfalfa, you could use nettles or dandelion leaf to really bring in those nutrients that are so important for us at this time. Woo! Are we ready to wrap it up? I am. Let's do it. Woohoo! So we definitely need to rest. That's just my tired self chiming in there like, please go back to bed. We need to replenish. That's on an energetic level. That's on a nutrient level. You know, we need to get grounded. We need to tap into this earth energy. We want to bring in the healing energy into our body, the law of healing today. Connect with that earth at the 7.8 hertz and see if we can get our brain waves to be a match on that. Like, let that be our new adventure today, into healing, into the spiritual realm. And as we do that, let's focus on what we do have. Let's look at our gifts that we can offer to the world as part of our own inner abundance, right? My wallet might only have air in it, but my heart is full, right? So if I've got love to give, then give it as if you were the richest king on the block. So thank you, King of Pentacles. Thank you, Five of Cups. Thank you, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Fool. We had a lot of great messages today. So many herbs. Thank you, Bayberry, top of my list, for coming in to remind me that you could help get rid of that mucus for my son. Thank you, Mullen. We're going to harvest you. Thank you, Ginseng. Thank you, Wild Yam. Thank you, Horsetail. And thank you, Alfalfa. I mean, don't you just love hanging out with the plants? I know I do. So thanks for hanging out with me on Tarot Tuesday. Be sure to head over and wish Herbal Marie a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Herbal Marie. All right, y'all. Love you.